All right, people of the interwebs, this is the Noble Metals Gamers PlayStation Podcast. This is episode 30. My name is Dave. You can find me on Twitter at Noble Metal Gamer, and hit me up on the Twitch, which is also Noble Metal Gamer, and my YouTube's at NobleMetalsGamers.com. And with me is Matt.
What up?
And Peanut.
What up?
How goes it, fellas?
It goes.
It goes.
It does
goes
go.
well. You know what? One of y'all needs to start talking about what you've been playing, because I'm gonna go turn off my AC because I know from experience that is loud on the podcast. So we usually kick this thing off with what we have been playing. So you two fight amongst yourselves.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Alright, I'll go. Fair enough. Let's see, basically here lately, man, just been trying to hit up some Destiny as much as I can whenever I get a chance. And, whenever I'm not doing that, of course, I've got my little iPad rig set up right next to my bedside, so I normally get a couple matches of some Hearthstone in before I go to sleep.
Well, me, I'm still working on all my Minecraft world, and it's driving me nuts.
All
I
those
did,
Minecraft plans.
Yeah, I did start playing Dragon's Crown again.
I never played much Dragon's Crown.
I got pretty far in it on the Vita, and then they gave it to us for PlayStation Plus like last month, and so I started playing it on the PlayStation again. And they gave us Dungeons and Dragons Mytharia or something, and I started that.
How was that?
It's an old game. They basically ported it. It looks like an old NES game.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Golden Axe, really.
Nice. Golden Axe is solid.
But yeah, they gave us Arkham Asylum and the Dungeons and Dragons Tales of Mytharia or something.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. I bet that one's really good, actually.
No doubt.
Was that about it for you guys?
Yep.
Pretty much. We don't have the massive list like you do.
I know. It's kind of absurd. Like they loaded us up on some games this week, in all honesty. I've still been plowing through a little bit of Destiny. Of course, I've been running around with you, Matt, and you and your dad, trying to get you leveled up. I know I heard you talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, I gotta get leveled up for sure. Like,
Which is all in good fun.
I'm just now to the point where my Titan is leveled up to about where I was in the beta.
Nice.
So, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
A couple more nights of getting down.
Yeah, once you really start to get in the actual habit of running through and doing strikes and switching out your bounties and everything fairly regularly, those last 5 to 10 levels, up to 20 that is, go pretty quick.
Yeah. Especially whenever you got a good little crew to run around and they're not trying to lone wolf it. Everybody watches each other's back, and as soon as they go down, you got two other partners running towards you to try to revive you real quick and shit.
I almost can't play that game lone wolf style. It's too hard.
Yeah, it's way too hard. I tried to, and luckily my dad, right towards the end of the mission where I was just getting smoked, he hopped in and managed to revive me right before my time ran out, and we managed to go through and win that one.
See, I'm stoked because everybody's saying lone wolf when it's hard, and I'm like, man, that's what I want to do. Just
I know, because that's your freaking thing.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I want to do.
I remember you doing just ridiculous missions on the Call of Duty and stuff like that, just all by yourself, and that's absurd, man. You've done some lone wolf craziness.
Yeah.
I enjoy the challenge.
I really just need you to figure out how to break this game like you did Borderlands, and then call me up and tell me how to do it.
And I'm still waiting to get my PS4. I gotta get all caught up and whatnot, and then I'll be right there beside y'all figuring it out.
I would say sell the PS3 to get the PS4, but I've found that I still rely more on my PS3 than my PS4, just because of all the things that the PS3 can do that the PS4 cannot.
Well, I'm hoping that it's coming around Christmas time. I'm hoping they're going to give me a price break on PS4.
That would be cool.
I'm sure they'll have some really cool bundle that'll come out around Christmas time.
You would think they would do something like that, but with as good as the sales are right now, and it's still like the exact same price as the Xbox One, I don't think you'll actually see a price drop. It'd be cool of them to do it because it would just be like a one more in your face to Xbox, but
Yeah.
financially it doesn't make any sense because they're already blowing sales out of the water, and
Yeah.
it's not more expensive than the competitor, so.
Hey, I can dream, right?
Oh yeah, and I mean it's not out of the question. Like Sony's been doing crazy stuff like that doesn't make any sense, like
For a
money wise,
long time.
just to be like, hey, thanks guys to the fans, you know?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, like we got more than 2 games this go around on PS4,
Did you?
which was cool. Got like Spelunky, Dust, and what was the other one?
They put out 514 for PS4?
No, it's not Dust 514. It's Dust and Elysian Tale. It's like a Castlevania style, because I've been playing it, and it's blown me away, actually. It's got this weird cartoon style, and they're all like animals. Like, they kind of look like cat, fox people.
They're like
Yeah.
fox, rabbit.
There actually were some rabbits. I ran into them, like, blatantly had ears. But yeah, I think they're foxes instead of cats.
Yeah.
I think
So
you're
like
right on that.
Fran from
But
12?
they also have like
Yeah.
wings like dragons.
Yeah, it's like a weird fantastical world, but it kind of plays like a Castlevania side scroller,
Yeah.
and it's got like a pretty deep like RPG level up your character, learn new button mashing moves, you know, square, triangle at the end, and then different stuff like that. And it's all voice acted, like every single character has a voice, and it's not like the best voice acting in the world, but it's still really good. And it seems like it was a pretty low budget thing, so. I've been impressed by it though. I've been playing it a lot more than all the rest of the crap that I thought I would be playing. Like Alien Isolation, I bought that, and I've only played like the first DLC mission, which had like Ripley and stuff in it. So of course I had to play that.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right?
I downloaded it, and that was just because I'd sit over here for a little bit and watch you played it, and I was like, man, that is really good. Like, so I downloaded it. I just haven't got a chance to actually sit down and play yet.
You got like a little, like a orange fox little flying thing that follows you. It's like your companion.
So you got like Tails following you?
Basically.
Yeah, that's what Matt said. He was like, that kind of looks like Tails, but it's a girl, and she kind of sounds like Bubbles. Kind of sounds like Tara Strong.
Wow.
Which you were
I
totally
did
right on that the other day.
Yeah. Me and Candace actually looked it up after I went inside that night.
She's
But I
actually
did-
popping up in the news part that I have written down here again.
Bam.
Wow, that's good.
She's
So-
Love me
popular.
some Tara Strong, man.
Yeah. So that we'll be talking about her in a little bit.
I did look more into the Korra game.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the people at Platinum Games flat out said that if fans request licensed titles, that they will try their hardest to put them out.
That is so cool.
That's what's up.
Platinum Games are just some legit folks, apparently.
Give the people what they want. Just people
And that's
be
what
patient.
that's what Platinum's all about.
Yeah.
Be patient, people, so that way you get a good quality game.
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
think back to Metal Gear Rising, and
Yeah.
you remember that Kojima had that with a different company at first.
Hmm
And then they spent like a year or something absurd on this game.
Yeah, and he just saw it and was like, "Yeah, no, that's crap."
Yeah, like he went in, played the game, said, "Nope, you guys are fired. I'm getting someone else to do this." Like, damn. Like, that's after an E3 demo and everything.
Yeah.
And the company he went with was Platinum Games.
And yeah, solid.
awesome. Yeah, so good.
Way to go, guys.
But yeah, no, like I watched the video on IGN and whatnot, and the guys were like, "Yeah, now I'm wanting like He-Man games and like Thundercats and."
Oh my god, a Thundercats game would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Oh man.
Platinum
Lino.
Games flat out said if the fans requested enough, they'll try their hardest.
Dude, we should really start thinking about what we want to try and push and like get a Twitter campaign of make this game.
Dude, I bet
Thundercats
we
is
could
already
start-
way up there for me.
I-
Yeah.
I guarantee we could probably do something like Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, like I mean for sure, but I don't think you need to if Platinum Games is all about it.
I mean, if they're
Yeah,
gonna
no, but
do, if they're
if you
gonna
were
do
like-
some Voltron, or
Oh,
some,
man.
some Thundercats, I want some Voltron.
Yeah,
Like,
Some
Voltron
Power
would be-
Rangers, yo.
Oh, you shut your mouth. You know they're gonna make a Power Rangers game here pretty soon. Oh my god! Speaking of Power Rangers, like, guess who's following me on Twitter now?
Frank or whatever.
Nope, Austin St. John, the original Red Rangers, homie. Like, that's crazy. Like, I saw him in an interview with Andre, the Black Nerd. He's a YouTube kid, and after that, I was like, he talked about his Twitter account, and I was like, well, holy crap, dude, I'm totally gonna do that. And I ended up following the whole, like, I already followed Jason David Frank, but then I followed all the other 4 of the original the original Power Rangers cast. So,
Nice.
you know, like, what was it, Walter Jones and David Yost and Amy Jo Johnson.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then I followed Austin St. John, and he followed me back. It was awesome. Don't know if it was an accident, but it still makes me happy. made my day. But yeah. Other than the Dusty Elysian Tale, which is honestly is what I've been playing the most. I've been tied with that is that Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor game. Like I
Yeah,
put a
dude.
solid like 4 hours into it last night, and it's just
I've heard
so
nothing
fun.
about great things about that game.
Yeah, and they're all right, dude. It is just pulled off so well. A lot of people give it crap because it feels a little bit like Assassin's Creed, and the fighting system feels a lot like Batman. But
It's pretty legit.
if you're gonna take from a video game and take the best aspects, I don't have a problem with that because it made a killer game. Like,
Right.
people just love to bitch. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Especially over the internet, because they're so big and strong over the internet.
Yeah, internet tough guy.
Yeah.
So, anybody looking forward to anything?
Looking forward to reaching level 20 on Destiny.
I keep seeing more stuff on the Evil Within, man, and it's just looking greater and greater every time.
Yeah, I am pretty stoked about that. I wasn't so much until you started talking about it, and I looked into it a bit more. I was like, yeah, I knew it looked good, and I'd forgotten about it. Kind of dropped off my
Yeah.
radar.
Yeah, no, they went Silent Hill creepy with it.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to some Minecraft on my Vita.
Yeah,
Which,
I might actually have to go buy another Vita just for Minecraft.
yeah, you probably should, just so like I can have someone to Minecraft with all the time.
It's gonna get me fired from work, dude. I know it.
I didn't even think about that. But news on the Minecraft release for the Vita, it's passed inspection, whatever you want to call that, from PlayStation. And it has a release date of October 15th for Europe. But they haven't said yet when it's getting for us, for whenever United States, America gets it.
We usually don't get it for like a week after at least.
Yeah, and they said 4J Studios is who's porting it to all the PlayStation stuff, and I'm sure they're doing it for other platforms too. They said they would like let people know because I saw it on Twitter whenever they did it. Good old Shuhei Yoshida let me know. Thank you, sir.
What's up?
I was waving at the picture you couldn't see. I have a picture of Shuhei Yoshida in the background.
Oh, Lord.
Nice.
You didn't silence your phone, Matt?
That's like podcast 101.
That is Podcast 101. Come on, Matt.
I don't have to worry about it. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, you're already on yours. That works. But yeah, I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but it's got to be like a week, right? If it's already passed inspection and can be released in Europe, then I'm sure the only thing they're doing is like, paperwork. That's all that's got to be left by now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking
All I-
forward to that because that should be here pretty quick. I
All I
know
got
it'll be
to
at least
say
this
is-
month.
They better make sure the redstone is perfect when it comes out for Vita.
Why is that?
Because when they originally ported it to PlayStation,
I just silenced it.
when they originally ported it to PlayStation, I made my world and I made that lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
And then they did the update because there was something wrong with the redstone, the way that it actually worked with certain blocks. They updated it and it completely killed my lighthouse.
I remember that now.
And so I had to tear it all down. I mean, I bet the redstone's hard to work with, programming wise, just because of all the things it can do.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I mean,
man,
it is their job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Minecraft, so good. Let me see what I got for some. Let me actually talk into the microphone. See what I got for some news here. I don't even know where to begin. Some of it's all bad. Most of it's bad. Should we go with the bad stuff first?
Always bad first.
All right. Assassin's Creed Unity. It's only going to be as good as the Xbox One version for the PS4 because the developers straight up said we're only going to put it at like 900p or something like that, so many frames per second, because the Xbox One can do it, so we can skip the whole debate thing. Which is exactly what they were saying. Like, they wanted to not have people debate over which version's better. So they neutered it at the Xbox One's level.
Wow.
So we now get what I'm assuming would be a lesser quality game than what we could have, simply because they're doing it to spec the Xbox One.
Man.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty lame.
Twitter blew up.
Microsoft.
Do what?
Said step it up, Microsoft.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, I don't know who to be mad at, really. Like, of course I'm mad at Ubisoft for... Wait, that's who makes Assassin's Creed, right?
I think so.
Well, yeah, I'm mad at them for screwing that up, because why wouldn't you just make it to the PS4's greatness and then scale it down a little bit for the Xbox One? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, there will always be that debate as to which system is better, the Xbox or the PlayStation, and all they are doing is giving Sony users more ammo to be like, Xbox, we're better, you suck.
Yeah, they just gave us the Star Bomb.
Yeah, for real. So everyone on Twitter's been throwing up the hashtag PS4 no parity, which is apparently like what this means. Like, they don't want it compared to other games. Like, make your own version. And I completely agree, because we as console gamers have always kind of had a lesser quality of a game to PC gamers.
Yeah.
So what if they just made all these PC games on consoles and was like, this is the version you get? You know how many people would be mad about that?
Yeah, dude, there would be riots in the streets.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. So why are you going to do it between consoles? I mean, it's never been that way. There's always been, like, better versions on, like, whether the better version's been on Xbox or it's been on PlayStation. It's gone both ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of... I'm sure they maybe had, like, a better, like, actual reason for it, but... Whatever, them saying they just wanted to skip the debate is dumb, because that's just going to make more debate. Like, you should have seen that coming a mile away.
That sounds to me like a sorry excuse, and what probably went down is they got paid by Microsoft to do that. And they're just using that as an excuse, just to be like, well, we don't want there to be a debate. There will always be a debate.
Yeah, just because of one game, that's not going to stop the debate.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's actually a decent point, that Microsoft might have had them do that, because they don't want someone like Destiny being able to say, the best Destiny experience is on PS4.
Yeah.
Which is on every freaking tagline of that. Every commercial you see on Destiny.
Which, in the long run, if that is in fact what Microsoft did, it's just screwing themselves. Like I was saying, it's just giving Sony ammo to be like, we're the superior system.
Yeah.
Well, hell, 90% of the trailers for Destiny are from PS4 play.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, we bought out Bungie's, like, studio. We made sure that PlayStation would have a good chunk of that. Of course they did. They paid for content and, like, exclusivity and whatnot. So, I mean, it's kind of like the same, like, kind of a bad deal same way. If, like, Microsoft was to have paid for something like that, it'd be like Sony kind of did the same thing with Destiny. So, I mean, that would be crappy. But they didn't make another game on another system less of what it could be.
Yeah, they just made one better.
Like, and I'm not even positive that they're saying this game could have been better and could have run better on the PS4, but they just said we locked it at what the Xbox One was doing. So I'm assuming it could be better on the PS4.
Yeah.
Just because, most things are. All right, let me see. There's some more bad news. Yep. PS Plus's Drive Club did not show up on the PlayStation Store. Like, there's a free version of it only for PlayStation Plus subscribers. And it didn't show up on the PlayStation Store like they said it would. And they said not a lot was said as to why. Like they said, they wanted to make sure that everyone got the best experience, the best Drive Club experience possible. I don't know what the hell that means. That's really vague.
Right.
So they didn't really say much to like why, and they haven't said when that version's coming out. Because I was kind of on the fence on whether to get this, and I don't think I'm gonna because it looks a lot like Gran Turismo, and I like my racers arcadey.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you think that it might be another case of like what you're trying to explain to me with the whole what was it, the PlayStation Plus or whatever it was, how the systems came with the free 30-day or whatever, and then like basically it would weed out all the people who are going to go around and like cause problems.
I don't know.
Like if they hand out free versions of it, or like a free pass,
free
or
trial.
a free trial, like because then you'll have a lot of people on there like spamming. Like the problem that we had with doing the podcast at first, how we had all the people on here and they were talking a lot of crap and doing all that, and then kind of as it started to get to where everybody had to pay to do it, then it weeded out all the people who were just causing problems.
I don't think it has so much to do with that, and it's kind of like we were saying, Microsoft is nefarious in the last little bit we were talking about. I think this is what's going on with Drive Club. I don't think the game's that good, and they want people to buy it. So they don't want to give you the opportunity to play it for free, and maybe you're watching a stream and it looks cool, and you haven't been able to try it actually, but you think it looks cool and you're going to go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to squeeze in as many sales as possible.
So then they should give me a solid like 1-track demo.
Yeah.
And let me play it and test it, and because I like racing games.
I think that's basically what your PlayStation Plus version was. Like you had a limited number of cars and I think 1 track.
Yeah.
But you got to play it for like, as long as you want, and it was whatever. And
Yeah,
you could just
that'd be
upgrade
cool.
it.
Kind of like the Gran Turismo 5 demo.
The prologue,
the
yeah.
prologue.
Prologue.
Yeah.
That was cool. Like
That's kind of what
I
I
went
was
and bought
expecting.
Gran Turismo, even though that's not my style of racing game. I like to play like Need for Speeds and Burnout and stuff like that. But because I got to play that demo, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get the game, and I did.
Yeah.
Same thing with Drive Club. If they'd give me that little bit of a demo to play, I would probably end up liking it and wanting more, and then go buy the game.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to try it out just to see if like I might like it, because I don't know, like I like certain racers. I mean, if it's done really well.
What was that other game
totally
that me
down
and
with
you
it.
bought that we never played? Like Rush or something like that?
Dude, I don't even remember. It was real arcadey though.
Yeah, like we bought it, and it ended up
It was
not
good
being-
though.
Like it was good, but it wasn't Burnout good.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly what we were looking for. All right, and then I think I have one more thing of bad news, which isn't like absolutely terrible. Monday, October 13th, there will be PlayStation maintenance going on, so most online activity will be hindered.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do maintenance. They got to make it better. Whatever.
As long as there's fair warning.
Yeah, and I mean, that's obviously a decent amount of warning. I'm pretty sure that went out
Yeah.
days ago. All right, on to something a little bit better. Whenever PlayStation TV, what was Vita TV, the little box that'll stream all your stuff from your systems to your whatever TV you hook it up to, it's going to come out with a PS Now whenever it releases, which again is October 14th, which is, I imagine, why we're going to have maintenance on the 13th
Yep.
Yeah.
to prepare for PlayStation TV.
So does that mean we're gonna be able to get the whole crossover of the PS1, PS2, and PS3 games?
Yeah, that's what PlayStation Now is.
Oh,
You'll be able to rent games and buy games on PlayStation Now, stream
They need to
them,
fix
and
the
play 'em.
prices though.
Yeah, those prices are ridiculous. But I have most of those games, so it really didn't.
But will I be
Yeah, I
able?
know. I scrolled through the list, and yeah, we own most of them.
Yeah, I own a lot of them.
Will I be able to put my PS1, PS2, and PS3 discs into the PS4 and play them?
No,
That
Absolutely
kinda
not.
sucks.
yeah,
There's
that's like total hardware thing. It just won't do it. Which sucks,
That's what-
because I miss backwards compatibility, but it would have made it way more expensive.
Anybody that knows how to fix fat body PS3s, let me know.
Been a while. I mean, me and Peanut were opened one up like fairly early on in the life cycle of the PS3.
I fixed one a couple times, and it's just over time those connections just kind of wear out,
Yeah.
and you actually need to send it to somebody that has the correct stuff and the know-how of what they're doing. Because I mean, I could get it to work for a couple months the first time, then after that it went for like a month, and then
I think it's a matter of just resoldering the connections, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, that would probably do it, actually. We never went that hardcore into it. We just opened it up and moved stuff around. Clean
see,
things, move things around.
I like peeled the boards apart and like cleaned off the CPU and GPU and like went through and heated up the boards with a heat gun and like reheat sink grease the CPU and GPU and put it all back together, and like I did some work and some research to fix it.
Yeah, you did.
And like I can do it, but it never lasts permanently, and that's why I want to find somebody that actually knows more than what I've found on it and can fix it for permanently.
Honestly, man, I thought about modding a fat body system and putting a cooling fan directly on top of that CPU and GPU.
I still have like 3 fat body original chilling at my house right now.
You got to be able to make something awesome with 3 PS3s.
Oh, that's not counting the 3 slimlines that we've got chilling that are non-working.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Richards is unrepairable unless you buy a whole new power supply for it. That I found out on my own.
Yeah, what was it? You got the crap shocked out of you whenever we were messing with that one?
Yeah, because one of his solder connections was one of the solder pins was way too long, and if you put any pressure on the system, it literally touched the metal casing on inside the system, and it shorted out the whole power supply.
Yeah. It was basically a flaw from the factory that way, like it was just soldered wrong.
But the second you took it apart, it wasn't the factory's fault anymore.
Yeah. Second you take it apart, find that out.
That's kind of weak.
Yeah.
Alrighty, how about last month's top 5 PS4 games? Anybody care to venture any guesses? Guesses? I don't know
Destiny.
what was wrong with me saying
Destiny
guess right
at
there.
1.
Destiny is in fact number 1.
I really don't know. I'm gonna say Velocity Ultras and the maybe 2 or 3.
Shadows
it's
of
actually
Mordor.
not on there.
Wow,
Shadows of Mordor is number 4.
Ooh.
I'm kind of surprised about the Velocity Ultra, actually.
FIFA.
FIFA 15 is number 3.
Okay.
God, I don't see how sports games are so popular.
Dude, FIFA is always at the top of all the
Is there,
streams
like-
on PS4.
Like maybe like a Madden or like a
Nope.
MLB.
Nope, no more sports.
Yeah, I don't know PS4 titles that well.
I mean, we were already talking about one of them.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft's number 2.
Oh, Minecraft's taking over the world.
Yeah, I mean, now
So
that it's on the
who
PS4,
would
it's
be
gonna be in
number
the top
5.
Yeah, number 5 is kind of a wild card. I mean, it's a good game, but I didn't know it was doing so well.
Is it something that I've played?
No,
Indie game.
no.
The suspense is killing me, Dave. Tell us the list.
All right. Number 1, of course, we got Destiny. Number 2, Matt got with Minecraft. Number 3, Matt also got with FIFA 15. And Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor at 4. And number 5, Infamous First Light.
Ooh.
Wow, really?
Yeah, which it's actually really good. I like the character. Fesh, she's awesome character, and it actually just plays really well. Like it's a solid add-on. So I mean, it wasn't an indie game, but it's actually not a full complete game. Like they call it a standalone title, but it's not as big as Infamous. But I don't know. There's a lot to do in it, so it's a good game though. I'm a fan. And on the last little bit that I have here, you'll probably actually enjoy this, Peanut. Are you a Little Big Planet fan?
Yeah.
All right.
Little Big Planet karting for life.
Karting, I know we had fun with the karting, but I didn't know. I don't remember how much you actually played Little Big Planet.
I didn't get much time into it, but what I did, dude, I loved the crap out of it.
Oh yeah, I've got 1 and 2. Yeah, a couple copies.
Let me see what's going on with the chat before I carry on with this. Somebody, Buzzkill420 says Sony fan forever. Roost 3R078 said, are the mics necessary? Yes, they are, actually.
Why, yes.
I'm not only broadcasting this over my PS4, I'm recording it so I can put it up on iTunes, which you can find by searching on iTunes for Noble Metals Gamers. And Leonidas Wayne, your helpless dorks, and your pigeons and guppies. What? Okay, well, that's what was going on.
Right, too.
So, back to some Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet 3 voice cast has been released. Would you care to venture a guess on who?
Oh, yeah, this is where Tara Strong comes in. I'm happy.
Yeah. So, that makes you happy, but you know who else has also been cast in it?
Oh, you told me.
Please tell me like Stephen Bloom.
Hugh Laurie.
Wow, yes!
Yeah, of course. Peanut's a big House fan. Loves House, so figured you would enjoy that. But yeah, Hugh Laurie is going to be I think he's a new character named Newton, which I believe he's playing like a bad guy or some kind of side character.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, like it's so. I've heard a little bit, and he sounds fantastic, and he's obviously doing a good job. Like from the little bits I've heard.
He's got a fantastic voice, man.
He really does. But Tara Strong, I don't remember who she's going to be. I just remember seeing her in IMDb. Nolan North is also going to be in it. I don't know who he is. And you know who the narrator is, right?
Man, if you wouldn't have asked me, I could have told you.
Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Little Big Planet 3 is bringing back together Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry because they had that sketch comedy show, A Bit of Hugh and Laurie.
Yeah, no, dude, it was hysterical.
Or Fry and Laurie, right? Yeah, A Bit of Fry and Laurie. Hugh and Laurie? What was it called? It was Fry and Laurie, right?
Yeah, Fry and Laurie.
Yeah, A Bit of Fry and Laurie. Awesome. So I'm sure that was cool for them, like just to be able to work on a project again.
Oh, and I bet it's hysterical.
Yeah, like I'm sure they just had a blast because I mean the narrator's kind of like a cut and dry dude, but I mean he's still like funny, like he's just weird in his delivery. But I like Stephen Fry, and of course I love Hugh Laurie. House is awesome, and I've liked all the stuff he's done. Like he's actually hilarious. Like watching a bit of this.
He does a lot of audiobooks.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, of course, he's awesome as the narrator in all the previous Little Big Planets.
Yeah, Candace, she's a big fan of audiobooks because, like, when she's driving around for doctor's appointments and stuff, she'll just put on an audiobook. And, a lot of that are from Stephen Fry.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I guess it makes sense, though. He does have a solid voice. That's cool, though. Voice acting, man, it's so awesome.
They actually bring that up in the IGN video about Korra. All the actors were complaining about voice acting for video games is so hard, and the guys at IGN were like, are they being wusses? And the guy for Platinum Games was like, no, not at all.
No, they really aren't. Like, that, really, IGN was asking if they're being wusses. Like, they know Troy Baker. Like, they talk to Troy Baker all the time.
Yeah.
And he is by far the busiest voice actor right now. He's like in everything. So many games. I think he's in Shadow of Mordor. Like, he's in every game. Like, every third game I play, Troy Baker's in it. What was in that? No, he's not. Yeah, he's in 2 of the top 5 games. He might be in Destiny. I don't even know. They probably squeezed him in somewhere.
Probably. He'll be one of the random ghosts that you bring back to life.
I would have much rather had Troy Baker as my ghost than Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, right.
Peter Dinklage is cool, and I watched what was that, X-Men, the Future Past one, the
Days
newest
of
one.
Future Past.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
newest. And he has a part in that, and he's perfectly fine in it. He's a good actor. Like, I just wonder what the hell happened with Destiny. Like, who dropped
Oh
that
man,
ball?
they smashed that in the Honest Game trailer too.
Yeah, I
It
bet
was
they did.
hysterical. It was funny though. I laughed so hard about that trailer.
Yeah, dude, that is so ridiculous. I would have rather had like a lot of people, but then again, I nerd out on voice acting a lot, which I still haven't seen that freaking documentary, which I'm just gonna force
Dude,
myself to.
I sent you the link.
I know I haven't re-upped my Netflix, and it wasn't on Hulu because I actually searched for it on Hulu. I need to find it. It's gonna be
It's
good.
good.
Who would you say your favorite voice actor is?
Man, that's a tough one. Like, I'm automatically torn. Hank Azaria, I love him because he's most
Oh,
of the
man.
Simpsons cast.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, dude, he's great. And I mean, John DiMaggio.
Yeah, Bender. So good.
But here lately, I've been watching a lot of American Dad, and Scott Grimes.
Who is he?
He plays Steve, the son.
Oh, okay.
Not only does he voice act, he's an amazing singer.
I don't know. I still gotta go with David Hayter.
David Hayter didn't even do that much really in voice acting.
I know, but he was Snake,
Yeah,
and he also was the live action Guyver.
that's true.
I mean, come on.
You can't mess with the Guyver, dude.
Like, whenever you showed me that movie, it blew my mind. I was like, I grew up watching the freaking anime. This is awesome.
It's true. I'm a big fan of Troy Baker, but like going a little bit more old school, like Cam Clark. He was also
No.
in Metal Gear. He was Liquid Snake.
Yeah.
Now, voice acting, you want to go old school, you have to go Mel Blanc, no matter what.
Ah, dude, yeah, that's
What's the old
Like,
dude's name?
Seriously, voice acting brought him out of a coma.
yeah. You were telling me about that. That was part of that documentary, right?
Yeah, and nah, dude,
See.
that's mind blowing.
Yeah.
They tried talking
that's
to him in normal voices, and nothing happened. And they said, "Porky, are you in there?" And he responded as Porky, straight out of a coma. That's ridiculous. Okay.
How awesome would it have been to be that other guy in the room? It's like, I fucking told you. And be like, just ask him as Porky. That's not gonna work. Then it happens. That would be so good.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous.
What was the old dude's name that does all the, he does like 98% of the voices for Dragon Ball?
Oh,
Does Vegeta's voice and
Saban, isn't that his name? Or Sabat or something like that?
like
Yeah.
David Sabat or something.
Chris Sabat? I don't remember.
See, I always think of Noob Sabat.
That dude's pretty intense. I mean, whenever you pass out.
Yeah, there was actually just something on IGN. I didn't actually click on the video because I'd already seen most of this, but they were like talking about the voice acting in Dragon Ball Z and like how hard and rigorous it is and like how much they have to scream. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've seen that. They pass out and stuff all the time.
I grew up watching the episodes and got mad whenever I'd go to school, have to catch the bus, and they would still be sitting there screaming at each other. I'd be like, punch each other already, come on.
No kidding. That was the worst, man.
No.
But somehow it blew up and it was awesome, so whatever.
Devin, my boy, he's in love with some DBZ, yo.
Is he? That's awesome.
That's what's up.
We put on a movie for him, and it was one of the previews before the movie, and he was like, "Daddy, I want that." And so I got him a few episodes, and yeah, no, he's stuck, boy.
I was fixing to say, how are you watching them?
I download them,
Hell yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, if
Sorry, Funimation.
if the boys end up getting tired of their DBZ collection, I'll box it up and send it to you because it's literally like 50 DVDs full of DBZ.
No kidding.
He
I've got a
would
couple
love it,
box
dude.
sets too.
Yeah, they literally, like, you've seen the stack, man. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like 2 shelves worth of DBZ movies, and I'm
Yeah.
like, where'd you get all these? Like, I don't remember them.
You know there's a new Dragon Ball Z movie out?
No.
It like just came out this week. I think it showed up on the PlayStation Store.
Like live action or?
No, it's a like all animated, brand new, like first thing they've done in like 17 years.
Wow.
That's
you-
a game I want them to make. Is one that's away from the stupid battle system that they had previously.
Have you seen anything on Xenoverse?
No, I haven't.
Like they're working on a new game. I haven't seen a lot, like as much as gameplay goes, but I think it's supposed to work more on like a multiplayer level. So that could be interesting.
I just hated the way the battle systems worked in the old Dragon Ball games.
Yeah, like quite a bit of them sucked a lot. I was always a big fan of the like side-scrolling beat 'em up ones, like the Game Boy versions and stuff like that. Those were always really
Yeah.
good. The Legacy of Goku games, those were awesome.
No, if they could give me like a Tekken style Dragon Ball game
That would be
like-
tough, but that would be awesome.
to where you actually got to put in like full-fledged button combos to pull off spirit bombs and stuff.
Yeah, that would be
I'd
cool.
be cool with that.
I know one of the games used to just make me so mad because it was basically like playing paper rock scissors whenever you would go at each other.
Yeah, it was like wasn't it like Tenkaichi 3?
Yeah, one of those, or the Budokais, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some other word that's really hard to pronounce.
If you've never watched anime, you'll never be able to say it.
Yeah.
Super mega ultra.
Okay. But yeah, that new movie is set between Z and GT. And
Wow, I bet that's weird.
yeah, because you know Akira Toriyama didn't do GT. Somebody else took over and started doing
Yeah.
all that. So pretty much he was like, none of that's canon, so here's what happened after Z. And like there's a new like Super Saiyan God version, like some other ascended level higher than Super Saiyan 3, because technically 4's never happened.
Yeah. Because Akira Toriyama didn't do GT, so 4 and 5 never happened.
Yeah. Which is weird.
So the whole red Goku.
Yeah,
that was
doesn't
all-
exist.
All fabricated.
Still Majin? Like, does that still happen?
Yeah, that was all in the right after Cell, so that happened. 'Cause
God,
that's all in the Buu Saga and stuff.
It's been a while since I watched all that.
I kind of want to check it out though because it looks clean, and I mean it's been forever since they've done anything new. I mean that's craziness. I know
Yeah.
about 5 years ago I would have been like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Like I've been asking for that, but I haven't paid much attention to Dragon Ball Z in so long.
Say, if you ever want to know anything current on DBZ, just talk to my brother Emery.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does still keep up
watches
with that.
whatever the Kai or whatever. I can't stand it.
I still don't know what the difference is between that and regular
They-
Dragon Ball Z.
they- They cut it down. They basically shortened the. Ah!
Yeah, they take
they
all
took-
the screaming out.
Well, that's not so bad.
But it made it so much more intense back in the day, though.
Yeah, and I mean, in the age of streaming and DVDs, you can fast forward through that.
Like,
Yeah.
whenever...
If you really want to, you don't have to edit the piss out of it for a few people whenever
And-
you can just fast forward to it.
That's pretty much what they did with Kai. Is just edit the crap out of it.
That's weird.
They were probably just trying to make a version that was more aimed towards an older group. Because, I mean, whenever you're 7, 8, 9, and 10 years old, you'll stand in that living room in front of the TV and be powering up and charging up along with them while they're doing it, you know. But at our age now, we still liked it because we grew up watching it, but we don't want to sit there and watch a whole 2 episodes of them screaming before one of them gets taken down, and then you finally get the Zenzu bean taken, and then it's beat down time. You know, we don't have 3 episodes to wait for that.
Yeah.
It's true. But wait until you see my final form.
Yeah.
Just
like,
really,
wait a
come on.
You're like, what? I thought this was your final form.
All right. Well, the chat room's been slow, but I think I'm gonna see who all's voted on how we should end the podcast.
There's a little white flag there. It says hi again. What up, white flag?
What up, indeed?
So, are we doing the same 3 options?
There's always 4, but where were you?
No, well, partially here.
I was
Messing
dead
with
at the time.
Let me see here. Of course, our choices are Whisper. Instead of putting Ben Stein, for some reason I put Monotone, which is, same thing.
Yeah, it's Ben Stein.
Stutter or must ask questions?
Okay, you gotta explain the must-ask questions.
It's like the drinking game. Like, you can't say anything to each other unless it's in the form of a question.
Ah,
Yeah.
ooh, that'd be hard.
And it looks like must ask questions is the winner.
Damn it! I knew it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that one's gonna be hard.
Well, before that, we are, of course, the Noble Metals Gamers PlayStation podcast. We always like to leave you with the fill in a blank. Peanut, you want to fill in the blank this go around?
Sure, why not?
If hearing that trophy ding makes you,
Crap.
then you are a Noble Metal Gamer. If it makes you crap. Now, is that in the pants, or?
Well, yeah. Unless you're just sitting around naked.
I mean, you could be, I don't know.
Hey, you never
Well,
know. Some people like to game comfy.
Oh, right at the end, someone put in a vote for monotone. So now it's 25, 25, 50. When it was 33% whisper, 66% must ask questions.
Monotone and stutter, getting no love.
I know. What's up with that? All right. Hide those results. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. So is this the end of the podcast, guys?
I don't know. I think.
You're... was that a question?
I don't know. Is it?
Do we even know what we're doing here, guys?
What's the name of my YouTube website? Does anyone know?
Do you even know?
Is it noblemetalsgamers.com?
Is it? I'm at a loss.
What's your name on Twitter, Peanut?
Is it at Spider Ivian?
Is adding "is it" to the end of it the only way you know how to play this game?
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, Lord.
Matt, do you have a Twitter?
I don't know, Dave. Do I have a Twitter?
You got.
You- I just had a brain fart. All right, Noble Metals Gamers Podcast, episode 30. We were not prepared for that.
Yeah,
we
we
would be
got-
drinking so much if we were in the drinking game right now. It would be absurd.
I know.
That'd been horrible.
So this
I
is
do
Noble
not-
Metals.
I do not have a Twitter posted up there, but if you would like, you can hit me up on Facebook because I am on there way more than anything else.
This is very true.
You can hit me up on there as Matt Carroll. Or you can find me on PlayStation, getting down on some Destiny. On X number 4, tobacco use only.
Damn right. You can also hit Peanut up on the PSN at Spider Ivian. That sounded like there was a T in it. That's not right. Spider Ivian. I don't know why I said it like that. But yes, this has been the Noble Metals Gamers PlayStation Podcast number 30. Episode 30. How about that?
We've made it that far?
Ah, I know, right?
Are we gonna do like a 50th episode special or something?
Oh, we totally will.
We made it to that dirty 30.
I don't know what we'll do for the Dirty 30, man.
That was smooth. I'll give him that.
I don't know what we'll do for an episode 50. I know I'm gonna like really press to get some cool guest. I don't know. I've got cool people that I talk to on Twitter that are like celebrity status. Maybe I can get someone awesome.
Jason David Frank.
That would be awesome too.
That would be... I'm wearing the costume at that point.
I'm just saying, Naomi Kyle follows me on Twitter, so that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or I've also talked to Greg Miller on his streams, and I've asked him a couple times, but he says he's like constantly busy, of course, but I'm in a waiting list on his emails for him to come onto a podcast.
That would be awesome. Like,
But then again, I can ask anyone from the Game Over Greggy show. Like, maybe Nick would be down. Maybe he's not as busy.
And as much as I like you, Greg, Portillo's my dude.
Yeah, we really just want Portillo on the podcast.
I mean, come on. He's the real star.
It's a wiener dog. But all right, everybody be awesome to each other. Say bye, everybody.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.
You smart ass.
I want more missions like in the. I want like the Spec
Out of the way.
Ops.
So I'd say I gave that a 7. You pushed a little hard on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me throw down.
You're drinking Dr. Pepper, and chances are you've probably got at least a warm one within reach.
No, like I'm sitting out in the car with nothing to drink, and I'll still blow y'all out the water.
I don't know, man. You let me get a hold of a room temperature Coke in a can.
Oh, it got stuck and it hurts.